Hello and welcome to No Face Meals. I'm your host, Marjorie Haynes. Today we're going to make a sausage and corn chowder. I find this to be kind of interesting because, when it gets colder out, it's fall, sometimes you just want a nice bowl of soup of some sort, and I think this is an interesting combination. And what's really nice is that it incorporates sausage. We're using the Impossible brand sausage, so it will be vegan. You can use whatever you would like. You could even use real sausage if you're still eating meat. You could use sausage links. You could use ground beef, ground chicken, turkey, whatever kind of meat you want. But this is a really good sausage, and you can use any kind of heat factor if you want. If you can take the spicy stuff and you want that, that would be really good with the corn. It just depends on what you like. And that's kind of what we do here at No Face Meals. We pick out recipes that you can modify to your own taste. Doesn't have to necessarily be exactly like the recipe says. So, we're going to use this is a steamer multi-cooker. They have these available almost anywhere. You can also fry in it, deep fry it in it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use avocado oil. You can use olive oil or vegetable oil, any kind of vegetable oil you would like. And we're just going to put maybe a couple of tablespoons in there because we're going to fry up the onions. Don't like onions, don't put them in there. It's real easy. I personally like onion in mine. So this is one, I'd say medium to large onion. Don't like that much onion, don't put it in there. You like a little more, put a little more in there. Like them chunked up a little bit finer? Sure, go ahead and you do that. This is a Teflon pan, coated, so no metal utensils in here. It'll scrape it up and it won't be any good. And that's not what you're wanting. Once it starts to scratch up, you'll have little black stuff in what you're cooking, and you don't want that either. We just give it a minute to get a little bit more. You want to cook them kind of through before you put your meat in there. Now this is a thick and creamy soup. Okay? We're going to be using flour as our thickener. Could use cornstarch, I'm sure. This particular recipe did call for, basically you're going to make a roux. After you cook your sausage, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. And that's your thickening agent. We are getting there. There ain't nothing better than onion cooking. Except maybe a little garlic in there. But not this time, not for this particular soup. I make Italian wedding soup that is so good, it slap your mama, but This recipe also called for 2 cans of cream corn. I don't like cream corn. I'm going to use just regular whole kernel corn. It also called for a can of potatoes. No, I don't care for canned potatoes. If you want to use them, that's fine, but I don't like them, so I'm not going to put them. I made my own. And it's real easy. If you do a large potato, you just peel it, chunk it up, throw it in your microwave for 5 to 7 minutes. You've got baked, already cooked potato. See? Not hard at all. You don't even have to mess anything up. Need my scissors, man. Scissors. My kitchen scissors. Pretty please. Things you don't, things you need. I think we can turn that down just a touch. That's getting to be a little bit warm. And as you see, I've asked for my kitchen scissors. Yep, it's just like that. Sometimes you need something else to get these open. These come in your refrigerated aisle. It also costs for 4 cups of milk. Nope, can't do milk. I'm gonna go right ahead and do oat milk. Oat milk is nice because and I got the extra creamy, so it's more like half and half is what it's going to taste like. Oat milk has a more of a neutral base than your coconut or your almond milk does. It's smelling good. Need my kitchen shears. If you don't have a pair of kitchen shears at home, it's well worth your investment. I don't know how many times I've been frustrated with a package, can't get it open until I've got my shears. Now we're just going to throw this right in there. Like I said, you could use any sausage or sausage-like substance you want. You could do chicken, you could do pork, you know, anything that you want. We are vegetarian / vegans. That means we're almost vegan. I know some people would say no, but it all depends on what you classify as vegan. It's what we call our show no face meal. We don't use anything with a face. In other words, no animal whatsoever that has a face. Once in a while we'll use a byproduct, but that has been killed. You know. So we're almost there. And we're gonna cook this down. If you want to kind of crumble it up, like I said, any ground meat would do. Impossible makes just a ground beef-like package too. That would be good, but for this it is sausage, and this has a wonderful sausage taste to it. And I thought it would go really, really well with what we're doing here today. Lots of ways of modifying this. You could probably do this in the crock pot too. You can do most dishes in a crock pot. We just want to get it cooked up. Because next goes your flour. Now a lot of people get a little bit nervous when you talk about adding flour to, to make like a roux. A roux is a thickening agent. Just basically it's oil and it's flour, and you cook it until it's brown, and then you go ahead and you're going to thicken it. This actually calls for it in the pot with your sausage, and that's probably because regular sausage has a lot of fat in it. Vegan sausage does not, so that's why we're going to add just a touch more oil so we can go ahead and make our roux. Probably another tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, something like that. Because this meat-like product does not have any fat in it. So a lot of times people overcook things. Well, it's dry. They're like, oh, that plant-based stuff is dry, because you have to add oil to it. And oil's not a bad thing. It's not your enemy here. A good healthy oil. I happen to like avocado because it has that buttery taste to it. Alright, we're sizzling here. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay? Don't get nervous. It's going to be alright. You know, people, you say a brew and people get nervous. It's going to be okay. See how that's just, flour's just got all that oil soaked up. And that's a good thing. And we're going to cook this, maybe, 5 minutes or so. Probably hear one of my hounds in the background. Believe it or not, my dogs will eat vegetarian stuff. Hey, settle down out there. I have a little Chiweenie who thinks he's a Saint Bernard. Our Rottweiler. He's all of 8 pounds. The one he's sassing is about 30 pounds, so there you go. You know how it is when it goes with kids. They don't never want you until you're actually doing something. Alright, to this we're going to add our corn. 2 cans of corn. Any style you prefer. I like whole kernel. I don't like cream corn. I don't like it. Think it's ew. Trying to get that all broken up. Smells good. We're going to take our potato. You want to add more potatoes? Sure, go right ahead. If you don't want to add any potatoes, that's okay too. You can do it all. Either or. And you're going to mix this up. My, it smells good. And this is perfect weather for this kind of dish. And it's fairly easy and it's fairly quick. Now, we need to add 4 cups of milk. I'm using oat milk, extra creamy. Because we don't do cow's milk because we just don't do well with it. You could use almond if you want. That would be okay. I wouldn't do coconut milk. Just because you get that coconut taste. Some has the coconut taste. That's 2. And that's 3. This here is 4. And I'm going to add 1 more because this is 2/3 of a cup. I don't ever have a cup measure handy. Never. I have bought, I don't know how many sets. Good sets of cups and same thing with tablespoons. Nope. I don't know where they go, but they go somewhere. Okay, we just stir to incorporate. We have to let that get back up to the heat before that roux starts thickening it. So we're going to put that lid back on. And we're going to wait till this comes to a boil. We'll be right back when this is ready to serve out. Our sausage and corn chowder is ready to serve out. Now I'm using a metal ladle. You have to be very careful with this. Make sure that you just shallowly dip the soup out with it. You don't want to scrape the bottom or the sides. It's well worth getting a silicone ladle, which I do not have, and that's a hint for Christmas. So here's this wonderful chowder, which smells wonderful, by the way. Nice and thick. And then we have it. Now don't that look good? I know I wouldn't be mad if I was served this. It smells really awesome. And it's something that's a little bit different than your vegetable soup or beef soup, and it's actually all vegan. So that's all the time we have for No Face Meals. I'm your host, Marjorie Haynes. No Face Meals, where the food are the stars.